All right, welcome back to SistaClock. I'm Imani,
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Darling Z.
and we are three sisters. We come on here, we talk about life, we talk about things going on in the public, social media, and we also do reactions. Before we get started, please hit that like button. It's a free way to help us out. Click the subscribe and the notification bell so you get updated anytime that we do a video. So today we are talking about the thing that everybody has been talking about ever since it happened about a week ago, and that is the Emmy Awards. So, Will Smith.
The Oscars.
Daytime award shows that can be a little, I don't know, they're a little boring to me. I usually don't watch them. And it was really funny because I can't even tell you the last time I have watched one. And we just happened to have it on the television that night. I had my baby, my husband, we're watching, but we're not really paying attention. I saw Will Smith walking away from Chris Rock. I thought they had just done like some sort of skit or something. And then I didn't even know about it until the next day when people started commenting on social media about it. And then I went back and actually watched the video.
Oh no, someone texted me as soon as it happened. I think it was you, Tiff.
What happened?
I said someone texted me as soon as it happened. It wasn't you?
Yeah, it was me or one of us. But yes.
As soon as it happened.
As soon as it happened, it came through. I think I was in a group text and someone texted us and then I sent it to you guys. That's what happened.
So were you watching the Oscars live?
No.
Were you watching?
No, but I found the videos because it's always live videos. Sorry if Desiree exited out. We got to get her Wi-Fi fixed. We need funds for her Wi-Fi.
Yes.
We got to upgrade the girl.
Xfinity was not very good, so I stuck with AT&T.
But I have Xfinity, and
if you live in a rural area, okay, unfortunately, the better Wi-Fi is probably Xfinity.
Here she is.
Xfinity, as point of record, you have very poor customer service. So I stuck with AT&T because their customer service.
Okay, anyway, back to Will Smith.
Back to Will Smith.
Yes.
Slightly bitter.
So I know that people are split. A lot of people feel like, they can understand why he did that. Some people are just appalled. They don't see his side of things. I know that he won an award right after doing this. He came back on. He was very tearful, very apologetic. Saying that, when you're in the public eye, you kind of put yourself out there to be ridiculed and talked about and disrespected. And he has struggled to keep that in mind when he's trying to decide whether or not to react to things. I know that one of the things that's come up a lot, which I don't really understand, is a lot of people blaming Jada for it.
Because of her eye roll? They felt like she instigated it?
Yeah, Chris Rock's brother, I can never remember his first name, but he's also a comedian in the public eye. He actually called her a bitch and was like, she kind of deserved it kind of thing. And everybody's like, well, he's taking up for his brother. But on the other hand, it's like, yes, the joke was about her, but I don't think anybody saw her telling him to go up there. So why is she the scapegoat in it? He decided to stand up and do something that you found appalling. I think I've had mixed feelings about how I feel.
If I had to guess, I think it has to do with their history and their relationship and all that recent drama that was about a year ago in the summer in regards to August. I
don't think that's what it is.
You don't think that's what it is?
No, I think they're scapegoating her because publicity-wise, she can take the hit more than he can.
Oh, that could be...
that may be part of it.
That may be part of it, too.
I do think there is this feeling that Jada doesn't deserve Will. That's ever since the situationship, there's this underlying current with his fans that they don't care for her anymore. Even though they both, I think, have stepped outside the marriage.
As a couple, you have to agree to the situationships and all that. That's it. You can't really blame her. They just got it together, and they're still together. So he forgave her, then the public can forgive her, their relationship. But as far as the media, she can take the hit. Her lifestyle and her choices as far as what she's doing with the media and then the public eye and her shows, she can take the hit. Her career can take a little more scrutiny than his can.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it can. But the other piece of this is it's mostly black people dragging her.
Oh, that's always the case, though. Isn't that
it's
always
not
the case?
The main media. It's not like the only people scapegoating her is the black community.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of people in the black community that are very upset with what he did. And they feel like, it's just another one of us that don't know how to act in public. And, even especially like the statement that he made about keeping my wife's name out of your mouth. Like, those are things that we tend to say, like he went Philly on them.
He did. He really did.
And I don't know. I felt conflicted because I don't particularly care for Chris Rock. I don't like the way he treats women. I don't like the way he's treated his wife. And I think he has some history with, Jada. I think he's made some jokes that were a little tasteless about her in the past. So I don't think this was the first time he even said something particularly about her.
It's not the first time they have a lot of history.
Yes.
They do have a lot
I also don't care for comedians who most of their jokes are based on talking about people or downing other people. I think there's a lot of humor in the world, and if you're intelligent enough, you can find a way to be funny without talking about how people look or any flaw that they might have that you see as something that you can seize as an opportunity to seem like you're clever. I also felt like talking about a woman of color's hair, especially when we are just now, I feel like in this society, getting to a place where we are feeling more proud of our hair and the differences and, being someone who has like natural textured hair and then also being someone who's done a big chop and cut all my hair off previously. Yes, she's had short hair in the past, but I think that sometimes context wise, you don't know how someone's feeling about their hair. And especially as a woman of color and the hair issues that we do have. I think making that blow to one of the women of color sitting in the front row, I just thought it was a little tasteless. And I could see how it hit a nerve.
And plus for women of color, our hair is our crown and glory. Like we always call our hair our crown. And so to have someone do that, especially on such a public forum like that, is a large hit to women of color. I agree with that.
I also thought it was very shaming. Like, I would imagine, like, if I cut all my hair off and I'm sitting in the front row and someone makes a joke about it and everyone's laughing and then my partner's sitting there and, even if he laughed initially, like, how would that feel if someone, like, let's remove hair and put weight. If he was talking about your weight and you're in the front row and your husband kind of chuckles and everyone in the room does a chuckle, what does that feel like?
But unfortunately, in the public eye, they don't care so much about that. It's all about punchline. It's been that way for a while. And so I think they need to revisit how they do some of these jokes, how they initiate jokes. And a lot of these jokes are not on the fly. They're written, they're approved before they come on stage.
I thought that too. I was like, they knew he was going to say that. Somebody knew in rehearsals that he was going to say that.
Yeah.
What happened to the theory that a joke is a joke? Like, you're supposed to understand and not take it so seriously. It's a joke, people. So are there tasteless jokes and tons of tasteless comedians that make tasteless jokes? Yeah, we could run the list. We really could. We'd be here all day.
There are, but this is the Oscars. Like, this wasn't just Chris Rock stand-up. I think there are different types of jokes you do at the Oscars. and a huge forum that's supposed to be uplifting. You're giving awards to people,
Okay.
right? This is the kind of environment that is, as opposed to just this is his stand up, this is his night show, this is whatever late night with Chris Rock.
Whatever.
Like this
Or
was
I
not
paid to
that.
go see Chris.
Right.
I think that if I paid to go see
I'm
Chris,
expecting those
and then
types
he
of
talks about me, and I'm in the front row,
Right.
and I'm like, that's a different thing than I dressed up. I came to see my husband win an award. I am sitting
This is
here.
supposed to be
I
an
just did
uplifting
an
experience.
article about
Okay.
being insecure about my hair and losing it, and then again, like, did you? I would have to go back to really make a point about this, but I wonder, did the rest of his act talk about anyone else's physical features, how they look, what they are dressed in? Like, did you hit anybody else this way, or did you come for me and we have history?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know. I would have to go back
and
look.
again,
Yeah.
I am the first person to say I'm not that person that can take a joke. I can't. But I'm not in the public eye,
Right.
and there is a point to be made about, like, you're in the public eye. People are going to scrutinize you. You should be able to at least sit through that and smile and not show your ass by going up there.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have smacked him on
Right.
the after party, if that's just me. Because the after party, people wouldn't have caught it as much. It wouldn't have been the main thing. You wouldn't have impacted the award show.
Right.
I
Right.
think you have to still be professional,
Yeah.
even
Right.
when something like this is happening.
Right. Because that is technically it's a work event.
Right.
And you need to act accordingly.
So I recently heard that he's resigning from the Academy, which means he will no longer be able to be considered for awards going forward. I don't know what this means about whether he gets to keep his award or not. I know that they were meeting as a committee to decide if they were going to do any sanctions or anything to him, or consider taking back his award. I hadn't heard anything about that, but do we think that he should lose the Oscar?
No.
No. His body of work is what he
Is what it's right.
awarded the Oscar for.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a humanitarian award.
Right. Right. Exactly.
No, it doesn't change the body of work. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
change all the accolades. It doesn't change why they gave it.
Right.
So I would say no.
Okay. But this is a trend that they've been doing lately. Like, the Oscars been removing, they're going through your history, they're removing things. There's this, like, standard that everybody's supposed to be held to in the public eye, that you can't have any flaws. You can't make a mistake. You can't say anything offensive. You can't,
Well, what happened to the human element? They're still human beings. There should be some type of human element. Otherwise, we can't relate to you as an actor, as we can't relate if you're so perfect, because none of us are perfect. That was the whole reason they started changing, putting more different body shapes on television, trying to do less Photoshop in the magazines, changing how people look in commercials. All of that is supposed to be this huge movement. We're human beings too. We're fallible too. Now they want to take that away. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. What I would think about in thinking about whether it was fair or not to remove the award would be more about, the award that he got was for the movie that he did about Venus and Serena's father.
Right.
And that movie was very well done. He did a good job. There were good writers on that, and I think if you removed the award, then it's no longer an Academy Award winning movie. And I don't think they deserve the backlash either.
For that one individual.
Right. For one person, for one individual, for one moment. I don't think they deserve that. And so I think that may have been behind Will Smith's decision to resign from the Academy. Because, like, rather than have you start to remove things and tarnish these other things that I've been attached to, I will just remove myself.
I agree.
I agree with that. Absolutely. If they're going
So how does Will make this right?
How does Will make it right?
Yeah. Where does his career go from here?
He's Will Smith.
I mean, you can't make it right. Even if he
Right.
apologizes, is it's all for
Which he has
publicity.
apologized, by the way. Okay. But,
Yeah.
right.
So
There is no making it right. It's done. It's on film. Right. It's been played on repeat. There are memes
right.
about it. Right. There is no making it right at this point.
Yeah.
But
It's
he
overdone.
will.
And
He can be above it. He can move forward. He's talented. Like, yeah, let's stop it. He has paid more than his dues in the industry, starting from that movie of 6 Degrees of Separation all
hey,
the way
and if he
through.
does an angry man movie at this point, everybody be all for it. I mean,
They
like,
would.
stick to the character for your next movie.
They really would.
Side note, Chris Rock's concert ticket sales have been through
Oh
the roof
yes, they
now.
skyrocketed.
So he has benefited from that slap. Um, I think only time will tell how Will's career ends up. I am saddened by it because I also think he's very talented.
He is.
I also think that, he did a special called The Best Shape of My Life. It's on YouTube. It's about 6 episodes. Each episode is really short. It's like 20 minutes, but he has his psychotherapist on there. He has his personal trainer, and they're all working. And he's also working on his autobiography that recently came out. And through this, you can see through his weight loss journey some of the things with his psyche, some of the challenges that he has. He's a perfectionist. He puts a lot of pressure on himself. He's put a lot of pressure on his family in the past, and that's impacted his marriage, his relationships, and he admits to that.
Right.
And a lot of it stemmed from an emotionally and physically abusive father who used to beat his mother very often. And he talked a lot about feeling like a failure and feeling like he should have been there to protect his mother. And he should have fought his father, even though he was a child when this happened.
Right.
And you can see some of that playing out in him going up there and doing what he did. Not making it right or justifying it, but the level of prestige that award show has. And being in the front row and supposed to be this Black excellence couple. And then having this man get up there and comment on your wife's crown. I think it may have just been a little bit too much of a ridicule, coupled with all the whispers and jokes at his expense about his wife's situationship
Right.
have been going on for the last month. I think it was just the perfect storm of a breaking point and not really caring about the consequences at that point, but just driven straight by ego.
Right.
And it saddens me because I think that I'm afraid that it'll be a cancel Will Smith session. And I don't think that he deserves that. And I do think we all make mistakes and we all have a breaking point. And I'm hoping that he can rebound from it.
I mean, he doesn't deserve it to that extent. Chris Rock is not pressing charges. I don't. If it were something where it was a consistent behavior, that would make a little more sense. To cancel him for one thing, it doesn't make sense for his career at all.
We'll see. All right. Well, this is how we feel about it. Comment down below. Do you feel like Will Smith can recover from this? Do you feel like you can see why he did it, or are you just appalled and you feel like he should be canceled? Let us know how you feel. All right. Well, thanks for staying for another episode of SistaClock. We will be back.
All right.
Again, please like, comment, communicate with us. Let us know what you like. Let us know if you want us to react to something. And other than that, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.